All right, welcome everyone, online and offline, to our fourth final demo day already. Yeah. It's incredible 4 weeks later to be here again and to introduce so many cool and smart people to you. My name is Tim. I have the honor to guide you through this evening tonight. But before we are starting, and in order to build up some excitement, let me introduce what you can expect from the school, from us, and what I just mentioned in order to get this excitement shared. So, before we are getting started with all the cool projects, what are we doing here? And that's where I would like to involve everyone on stream and all the people sitting here. Who of you relates to this? So, maybe a few weeks ago, a few months ago, you had some awesome product idea, but you just didn't know how to translate this into code. Is there anyone who would relate to this on stream or here? Yeah, perfect, great. The second, maybe some of you, online or offline, no matter where you are now, but maybe some of you have worked with developers in a company and you always saw how incredible it is to build something out of nothing, just with the help of your computer. And you were always jealous, you wanted to do something like this. Who of you can relate to that? Perfect, great. And then the third category, I would relate to that. So I grew up with a computer in the 90s. It was so much fun to play with it and to do smaller things, but somehow I missed to make a professional career out of it because I never learned how to code. Who can relate to that? Okay, more people in the first categories, great. So what are we doing at WBS Coding School? Actually, we are helping these people to start the career they always wanted to start. And that's how we are doing it. So we invented a hybrid coding bootcamp where you have this unique opportunity to learn from home for 12 weeks, no matter where you live in Europe. The first 12 weeks, from 9 to 6 every day, you are learning how to code. So this means with us, you learn how to build websites using HTML, CSS, and then of course even more funnier and complex using JavaScript and React. But we know that just learning to code is not enough. And that's why we thought, hey, it would be awesome to have this hybrid idea and bringing everyone from all over Europe to Berlin, to the last 3 weeks, where our students are living on campus, where they are working on their final project in real teams and really bringing their ideas to life. Our campus is located in Berlin, directly located at the river called Spree. And what you can expect here is that once you will study with us, you will get here in Berlin your own room. You finally see all these people you studied together with online. Of course, Berlin is a great place to be when you would like to reach out to the tech industry, when you would like to connect to startups. But of course, also there are many other cool opportunities you can enjoy here in Berlin, if there's time working on your project. Also, we know that just learning how to code does not necessarily help you to land a job afterwards. And that's why we implemented a career service, and this career service will help you to fine-tune the last 10% that you need to land your job in the future. So this means with our career services team, you are really working intense on your application portfolio, meaning we are helping you to improve your CVs, we are helping you to build LinkedIn profiles, but of course also many of you probably never experienced a tech interview. So what does it mean to be in a tech interview? And of course, all these things we are helping you to be prepared with. Next to that, the tech industry would probably be nothing without events. And also, in order to probably relax a bit from coding, there will be some events that you can enjoy. So what we do is that we make sure that you get in touch with experienced tech people from the community, from many different companies. They will be live guest speakers at our own events. Very cool to learn from them. But to sum it up, what is even more important, and I really hope, and this is what I could see in all your minds, that being a developer does not only mean that I learned how to code and that I don't have to look it up somewhere. You probably all are in a new mindset. So you understood what it means to be a developer, that you will learn for the rest of your life. And now I'm really happy to get someone on stage who is responsible for all of this. So trust me, you will never forget his face again, because Chris, your lead instructor, is responsible for your learning success. Chris, join me on stage. Chris, how are you doing?
I'm very, very good. I'm extremely sort of happy and proud. Yeah, good. And finally, I feel like it's the weekend already, and it's just great. It's a great feeling today.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, being with the students for such a short, but also somehow a long time, what are you proud of after 15 weeks?
Yeah, it's a good one. So right at the beginning of the course, when we started getting to know each other, me and the students, it was very clear that some people, yeah, I guess it's all about mindset. A lot of people just were like, can I be a programmer? Is this a thing that people can just decide to be? And some people weren't completely sure if they could, you know, go through the course right from the beginning, you know, just for some reason. And yeah, that's what I'm proudest about, I guess, that they're still here. They're here, and they've made things that I would, you know, their projects are things that I would pay for, I would use every day.
Great.
And it's surreal. It's great.
Great.
Yeah.
What did you enjoy the most?
So at the end of the course, that's why we're here today. You do final projects, and about 3 or 4 weeks before the end of the course, we start, you know, planning our final projects, talking about ideas. And I've been a developer for a long time, so well, relatively long time compared to these guys. And I've seen so many projects, and I'm always, you know, I get the feel of projects, I get it, right? And so when people introduce their ideas about their projects to me, I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, that sounds viable, that sounds valid, feasible, sure, do it. But the highlight for me has been really like being on campus, about 1 week in, and just seeing these things just be like just incomprehensibly good. Like, it's coming from these guys, and it's like you've been programming for 5 minutes. It's amazing. Yeah, it's really unbelievable.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Chris, thank you so much, and please, big applause. Chris is amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thanks.
Thank you. So, for everyone who joined the last live streams already, we have a new feature. So now you can see it on stream. There will be a QR code. Scanning this QR code will lead you to an app where you can submit questions. So we thought we had so many people on stream last time, it would be so nice if somehow you would have the opportunity to interact with our students. And that's what you can do using this app, scanning this QR code, and you simply submit questions, and we make sure to answer these questions to our students. And now, are you all ready? That we are kicking off the first project? Great. How cool would it be if you can visualize music using code? Danny will show you how.
Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I'm not nervous. Yeah, no, seriously. Have you ever felt stressed out from life or on work? Imagine you're working on a very important project and the deadline is coming closer and closer and closer. Or you're preparing a speech for an important audience and you realize, oh my God, the presentation will be this evening. What happens? Your nervous system is sending a flood of stress hormones through your blood. your heart pounds faster, your blood pressure rises, and your breath quickens. Time to calm down, right? But how? I made an app which helps you to reduce distress in just a few minutes. Like you see behind me, there should be my landing page. It's a very simple page, nothing exciting. Just click on instructions first. And once you read the instructions, just click on the link to start the application. Then you have to click somewhere in this black area and it starts. Now let's try it out. Just lay back, take a deep breath, let the centered circle guide you breathing, and enjoy the movements and melodies. I'm Danny and I'm a junior web developer. Before I did this, I was a medical project manager. And I decided to do this bootcamp because of my technical interests in combination with design aspects. And I really burned for the idea to be able to create something useful and something functional and beauty in one piece. I'm also a musician in my spare time, and so I came to the idea to make an audio-visual web application, which is only running in the browser, or which is running in the browser. That's amazing. My app is called Solism, and I created it with a more experimental approach. It generates random melodies and visuals which are related to each other. And the audio part consists of 5 different synthesizers. Each synthesizer has its own, let's call it pace of effects and like delays and reverbs and things like that. And the different settings of each voice or each synthesizer makes it more a soundscape. And the cool thing is that the notes you hear at this moment, they are created randomly by a random function. And every time if you hear this piece again, you will have other notes, so that makes it really unique. So this way you have a really unique piece of music every time if you use the app. And also a cool thing is that you can just let it run, and after the scoring, I made a scoring in the background, I programmed the scoring, is running down, it gets a little bit calm, then the track runs again, so it loops in a kind of. The next loop will use other notes. The probability that you hear the same piece again is very, very low. So this way you can hear it for hours without being bored of it. The visuals will be created like this. Every time a note is playing, a new circle will be drawn. And a lot of parameters for these circles are also depending on random functionalities, which have access to size, the color, the alpha value, or the direction in what it should fly, the amount of speed, or the position in the screen. The benefits of such an app is you have to, or you calm down. It reduces your stress, it controls anxieties, and it improves emotional health. It's nice, right? I love it. I really love it. It's my first, no, after my daughter, my second kid. And now the app is pausing, and decide by yourself how you feel now. Thank you.
Wow, Danny. Thank you so much. Well deserved. Well deserved. Thank you. I'm in love.
I made it.
Wow, what a start. I'm in love, really. Amazing, amazing. That's even more that we're teaching you. Incredible, wow. So if this is the first project, I'm really excited to see the other projects now. I mean, on stream and here, who of you is reading more than one book a month? More than 2 books? More than 3? More than 4? Okay, so the record here is 3. Maybe people on stream can share how many books they read a month. But how cool would it be if you do not have to buy all these books again, and if you want to read something, you have to go to a shop or to somewhere else and buy it? Wouldn't it be cool to just join a network, a library network? Madlen.
I love books. I love books so much you can call me addicted. When I read, I feel like I'm part of the story, like I am following the white rabbit into the rabbit hole to Wonderland, and I am hunting the white whale with Ahab. I love books and I read a lot of them. However, I don't own as many books as you might expect by myself. The place where I can get all these fantastic stories are libraries. And as long as I live close to the next public library, I'm a happy person. However, it's not been like this ever since. When I was a teenager, I lived far away from the next library, and I always had to ask my mom to drive me there. This is a problem I have in common with a lot of people. A lot of people live distant to a library or are just not mobile. And the libraries are aware of the problem, and they tried to face it during the last few years. So in cities like Vienna, Munich, or Bremen, pop-up libraries, like pop-up stores, came up and tried to grant people access to books and knowledge and information. But what to do when you don't live in Vienna, Munich, or Bremen? Well, the answer is join the book club. The book club is a platform that provides a huge decentralized library based on its members' bookshelves. And it's much more. It's also a place to get in contact, to talk, and to exchange ideas. So, are you interested? Yes? Okay. So, my name is Madlen, and I proudly introduce you to the book club. We are here on the landing page, and we want to log in by clicking the login button, and we're logging in as jane@example.com. By clicking login, we confirm and are directed to the home page. Okay, here we are. So this is Jane. Jane is one of our latest members, and her profile is not completely set up. So she already uploaded a profile picture and added her reading interests, but she now wants also to add a status. So she clicks on the button, on the edit button at the bottom of the card, and here she can add a status. She can write what she's reading actually at the moment and a quote she likes, and she clicks save to save the information, and if you wait a second, here it is. So now Jane has a status. She can tell everyone what she thinks. She now goes to the second tab. It's the Bücherregal, that means bookshelf. And in the bookshelf, she can collect and maintain all the books she owns and she's ever read. She already started to fill her bookshelf, and now she wants to add a new book. So she clicks on the book icon at the top left, and a dialog opens. Here she can add details like the author, title, publisher, or year. And she's now adding a book from Douglas Adams called The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. In medium, she can say if it's a hard copy book or it's an e-book, and this is a Printausgabe, a hard copy. And she can say if she allows the book to be lended or not. And in this case, she allows it. So she click send, and the information are sent to the bookshelf, and the book is here. Well, as you can see, all these books, they have pictures, book images, and we now want to add a book image as well. So we click at the edit icon and upload the cover image. And now Jane has added successfully a next book, including the cover. She now goes to Ausleihe, which is empty at the moment, but this page will collect all the sent and received requests in the future. And now she goes to community. The community is an important part of a book club. It's important to talk to other people about your interests, and So Jane has already posted some posts, but she now wants to write another post by clicking the plus icon on the bar. Yeah. Here she can type what she thinks, what she likes, and share it with the community. And send. So Jane likes her own post, so she clicks like, and here's her first like. And she's interested in the other post, so she's opening the post of Anna by clicking on the right bottom of the card. So here she can see what all the other people commented on Anna's thought, on Anna's post, and if she wanted, she could write a note or comment, but she does not. So she's also interested in the other members of the book club, so she's clicking on John's name to find out more about John, and so she's directed to John's page, to his profile, where she can find out what his status is and what his reading interests are. And she has also access to his bookshelf. So she can rummage through the bookshelf to find out what he is reading, what he is interested in, and if there is a book she likes as well, she can click Ausleihen, and this sends a request to John and asks him if he wants to lend her the book. Okay. And there is a second tab called Gedanken, and there all the thoughts John posted on the community page are collected, so she can read through and find out who John is. So Jane has done everything she wanted to do by now on the book club, so she's clicking log out to leave the book club. And thank you very much.
Can we hear me? I think we can. We have questions, Madlen, and I hope you are prepared for them. No worries, they are easy. They're easy. So what we always do for all the people on stream, we will always pick the top-rated question, and the question is, can I discover new books somehow through users that have read the same books as me?
Yes. The first page, the home page you've seen, there is this tab under construction. There will be a wall of books. So there will be a selection of the latest uploaded books to the bookshelf of the members, so that you can rummage through all these books and find out what other members read, what other members just uploaded, and you can directly contact them.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Madlen, thank you. Well deserved. Thank you. Thank you, Madlen. Wow. So keep posting more questions. It's really nice. To the next project. Wouldn't it be nice if your family is running a company and in the bootcamp you're learning so much that you can help them with a very cool technological solution? Niklas, please show us what you built.
Hi everyone, my name is Nick, and about 4 months ago I had really no idea about any of this stuff. I'd heard of some of it, but I really couldn't imagine being able to do any of this. So I'm pretty proud and pretty surprised what I and everybody else has managed to do in these last 3 weeks or so, and all we've learned in the last 4 months. It's pretty impressive, if I do say so myself. So what did I do? Well, as Tim mentioned, about halfway through the boot camp, I was talking to my parents, and somehow we got on the topic of they own a holiday apartment in Austria, and we have a website for it, but it's quite old, and it doesn't really, it's not really very functional anymore. It needs to be updated or redone, and at that point I was like, I guess I could do that. So I did. And here we are. So if we sort of slowly scroll down the page, if we could switch to German, because the English, as you can see, is not there yet. But we do have the German. So if we slowly scroll down the page, we can see some nice pictures, some information about the amenities and other things, nearby areas. And then at the bottom of the page, we can see a calendar. So how about we go ahead and actually try to book? If we go back up, we can select some dates that we would like to stay. Oh, unfortunately, looks like these dates have already been booked by somebody else, so we're going to have to just go ahead and accept and immediately be thrown down back to this calendar. Here we can see that September is already very packed, so unfortunately we're going to have to maybe look for the next month, and we can see in October there is a couple weeks free towards the end of the month. So if we go back up, we can change our dates that we want to stay and try again. Hopefully have better luck this time. All right, unfortunately, we still need to do one more thing, which is register and then go ahead and log in so that we know who's booking. If we click on the login button, go to register, we can in fact enter our information as usual. Is Chris? Oh, okay. Chris is booking? Nice. You coming? All right, there we go. We're entering the email. We're entering our password and confirming it. All the usual stuff. And submit. And it'll get there, probably. Oh, okay, I think that was the same thing that happened last time, unfortunately. But I think it should work. I think maybe we clicked a couple times, but that's fine. See if we can log in, if the request went through. We can, that's good. So we just clicked a few too many times, but that's fine. Now that we're logged in, we can, in fact, try to book one more time in our new dates in October. They should still be selected, so we're all good. We can just go and click on the green button. That's very interesting. Okay, we're not actually logged in. Maybe we want to try and refresh the page. Let's try that. This is very typical, of course. When you want to present, nothing works. We'll try one more time. We'll see if that works. Otherwise, we might have to make a new user if something strange happened. But we are apparently logged in, but not actually. All right, well, we'll try again. We'll make another user, not a big deal. See if this one works out. Chris has added an S to his name. Nice, okay, good. And the password, and hopefully it works this time, because otherwise it's going to be difficult to show you the booking. All right, that looks better. And uh-oh. does not actually look good. This is interesting. Well, it broke since yesterday. That is pretty unfortunate. Well, if we can't log in, I guess I can go ahead and tell you about what should have happened if we were able to log in, as we could yesterday. If we were, in fact, able to log in, when we clicked on the confirm button, we would get a little pop-up describing the duration of our stay, the cost, and all of that stuff, a nice summary, and then we would be able to confirm that, which would pop up a actual functional payment window as well. And then after the payment had gone through, our booking would be confirmed. I guess we're trying one more time. Oh, we did it. It worked. Hey! All right, here we go. It's not done, as you can see. Needs a bit more work, apparently. But now we can, in fact, go through, book some days in October. There we go. There's the little summary. Like I said, duration of stay, payment. Here's a payment window. This has Stripe integration, so it is actual payment that is functional. We're going to use a test card number here to simulate a payment, essentially. There we go. We're going to pay. And after a few seconds, we're going to get told that we booked. There we go. Actually, we can do one thing. If we scroll down to the bottom of the page, to the calendar, and go over to October, there we go. We can see that the database is recognizing these days are now booked, and so they're being fed back into the calendar to notify everybody that that's no longer available. I have one last thing to show, which if we go to the booking page, which is essentially for the owners of the property, in this case my parents, to have an overview of all the bookings that have been made, who made them, all that kind of relevant detail. And if we scroll over to the side, we can also edit, delete, and add all of these details. That is my project. I want to say thank you to everybody here at the coding school. Thank you to Chris, and especially thank you to all of my fellow students for making this time really amazing and a great experience. So thank you very much.
I think this was just showing what it means being a developer. It works in Firefox, but not in Chrome.
Yeah.
And I brought one question from Anonymous. Would you make this open source so I can use it for my apartment?
I actually did have plans, so this was like a goal, like far in the future at some point, once this all works properly, to make essentially a CMS or a template where you can, where other people could use this to create the website for their own properties and enter their own pictures and data and all that kind of stuff and take advantage of all the features. So that is a plan that I have for the future, yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Well done. It's not a bug, it's a feature. It was supposed to be like this. Okay. I mean, at some point, we are all getting old. So wouldn't it be nice if you have people around who can take care of us? I think it would. And 2 smart students in this batch created something really cool which will help us in the future. Jorge.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jorge. I come from Mexico. I'm a backend and business analyst turned JavaScript for them, full stack developer. And before anything else, I would like to seize this moment or this opportunity to wish Michéle, who is not here with us today, quick recovery. She's a bit indisposed, so she's not here with us. But I would like to acknowledge her involvement in this project, because otherwise this would have not been possible. And then I want to follow up with a question. What do you enjoy the most in life? And likely, all the answers in your mind now is friends, family, because especially I think after this year, after all that happened this year and is still happening, we learned that we got nothing if we got not our friends and family. We cannot go out for a stroll in the park. And then when you realize that even as a young person, you may have certain difficulties to make new friends and integrate in a new country. Like, I mean, I come from Mexico, and Germany is a new country for me. When you grow old, you realize that the world is not built for you. And social network is not an exception. The social networks that we carry in our pockets, Instagram, Facebook, are not built for all people, are not built from their interfaces to their features. So Michéle and I, having this in mind, we decided to create Silver Surfer. The name is still in discussion, but it works for now. So we aim to basically 3 main features. First, having a safe haven for all people, for elder citizens, so they can connect, they can meet new people, but also translate all these features that for us are like quite just there. Like if we have Facebook in our cell phones, it's like, okay, we get this interface, but translate that into something that they could process, something that's not clutter for them. And also, there's people who get to this stage in life and they need a helping hand. They need someone to oversee their schedule, to help them make doctor appointments or just be there as a company. And that's why the second feature here is you can decide to integrate a caretaker, whether it's a member of your family or a professional caretaker, so they can be involved in your activities. So for now, we're gonna click the left option. I'm a regular user. This website, this project is inspired in very personal and very close experiences. My wife's grandma is 83 years old. She lives in Leipzig, and she's mostly alone. And I don't want that. I want her to be able to connect with her friends, but also I don't want her to be on Facebook and be a victim of a fraud or a scam, because sadly, these demographics are really prone to that. So I'm gonna log in as Renate Stolle, that's her name. And I'm gonna be directed to my profile that is still obviously working in a work in progress, because we definitely want to make this a working website, a working social network. So I'm in my profile, that's her. What I want to highlight now is the interface. We were trying to translate these features into a interface that could work for all people, and we believe that the ideal medium for this would be a tablet or a mobile device. So we decided to have this sidebar where I have all the features. It's not clutter, it's not like too much. So I want to, for now, go to the people section in my profile, where I can see a list of people. That's me. I shouldn't be here, but well, I'm here for testing purposes. I'm not quite there. So I can add me as a friend, just there. And then the next steps is just, I can see my friends, I can see send requests, I can see receive requests. And just for, if I go to friends, I can see that I have Michéle with a more appropriate picture there. And I don't want to delete her. I want to chat with her, so I can click that button. We integrate the chat. She's not connected, she's not online, so I can just send a message. This is real time. This is thanks to WebSockets, a really cool technology that I just learned a couple of weeks ago. So this is a chat. When I meant safe haven, I mean that I don't want people to be able to chat with my wife's grandma without actually being filtered through the decision to add them as a friend. Eventually want to integrate a process of post-ident. It's really common here in Germany, where we can determine who is able to join this network. If I hover to the left side, almost at the bottom, to that open book, we also wanted to include a blog-like functionality that may come as really simple for us, like it's just blogging. But then I think if we can get something out of elder citizens, it's their experiences, not only what they already gone through in life, but also, you know, it's amazing if you really ask someone like to tell you about their life, their experiences, they can go on for hours, and it's really cool. So I can go to any of these posts. I can go there. This is something about the importance of being earnest. It's just a Wikipedia copy and paste, actually. I can add a comment to my own post if I wanted to. It's gonna just reload there and, of course, show me that now this post has a comment. I can, this is cool. So I can go back to the blog. I can go to any other ones. If I want to create a new post, I can go to my home, and there's an option where I can write a new story. For now, I just want to highlight one of the upcoming features, the coming features for this project. We have this calendar section where we want to include events. So members of the network can partake in events in their surrounding areas and in their community, can have this as a safe, I don't want to say playground, but it's just people their age, people that are that want to have contact. And for the people that they want to maintain a certain degree of independence, like my wife grandma, that she lives alone because she wants to live alone, we want to be able to add events for her, make doctor appointments, so she can just look at them in their phone and kind of know that we are overseeing over her, and that way she can feel safe. So I'm a firm believer that everybody deserves to have the resources and tools at hand to be happy and to have a fulfilling life. So thank you for listening, and thank you to all my classmates, to the staff at the WBS CODING School, to Chris, our instructor, and especially my classmates again for their passion, because they build amazing things. So thank you very much.
Jorge, thank you. Amazing. Thank you. So I'm a person who has probably 979 tabs open in my Chrome. So who of you is also using always Control T? Who of you knows what this is doing? Control T. And then Google, and you are searching for something, right? And then you have by accident somehow 900 tabs open, and you cannot find the result anyways anymore. Togara, show us what you built to solve this.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, cyborgs, clones, androids, and everything and everyone in between. I hope I didn't leave anyone out, not only here in the room with us live today, but also you at home. Because what I definitely want to do is I want to make sure that I welcome everybody and don't leave anyone behind when we take a step into the future. My name is Togara Hess, and I was born in Cape Town, South Africa on the 12th of March in 1989. Now, a lot of you might know that on this specific day, Tim Berners-Lee successfully integrated HTTP with the client and server on the internet, and I basically just did the same thing in a bit of a smaller way. So without any further ado, let's fire it up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the future. Thrice. It's called Thrice, as in once, twice, thrice. And as you can see, what we have right here are 3 different search fields, right, which allows you to simultaneously have to search multiple times without refreshing and leaving this page. All right, so what would my first search be? Probably after this presentation. Tell you honestly, I'm probably gonna search Beyonce's new music video because I'm a big fan. So let's go ahead and tap Beyonce in there already. If you guys haven't already seen this video, I'm sure this might encourage you to do so. And there we go. I believe the first picture, and as you noticed, there aren't any words, right? We just have pictures because I want to create a positive atmosphere and experience for all of my users online. And it just happens to be the case that a large amount of the negativity that does occur online is in the comment section. So you know what we did, or I did, is I scrapped that completely. All right, so if we scroll down a little bit, as you can see, we have another search bar. And all right, I see you there in the corner, Jeff Bezos. He's got this look of confusion in his face, and he's thinking, why would I ever want or feel the need to have 3 separate search fields open at the same time? Well, glad you asked. Precisely for a circumstance like this. So I was about to watch Beyonce's new video, and my phone just rang. And a friend of mine asked me, Togara, please can you help me decide or find out where the best restaurants in Berlin are? And all right, so without having to leave this particular page called Thrice, all I do is I type in Berlin restaurant, hit the search button. We can perhaps have a look at the first video. All right, there we go. And yeah, let me just have a look here. And Elon Musk, nah, he's a bit far back behind there. Nick, what would your, if you don't mind, what would your first search be on YouTube? Cats. Cats, amazing topic. Amazing topic. Who doesn't love cats? All right, and we can just find any of these videos, a video of our choice. All right, and as you can see, we have the option of checking out this video, but I just decided, you know what? I don't really feel like helping my friend find out where she can eat tonight, and cats are kind of boring, so I'll just go straight ahead and go back to my initial video, which I wanted to see. Ladies and gentlemen, the future is now. Let's fire it up.
Who are you? I know exactly who I am. The question is, who are you?
Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Chris. Special thank you to Chris. Special shout out to Ayara and everybody else in my team and the coding school. Welcome to Thrice. We want it all and all at once.
Amazing. Amazing.
Thank you.
You for showing us the future. And finally, I can solve this problem, having so many tabs open. There's one question. Why you stop at 3?
That's an amazing question. I truly believe that, you know, in future, and we can actually take it up to any number. And 3 happens to be my lucky number. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Tim.
All right. I think we mentioned it already today. You all know in March this pandemic happened, COVID-19 came, and a lot of businesses suffered. But why did they suffer? Because probably their business model was not proved to be ready for being online. But we have Ismail, who built something incredible, which will help all these future businesses. Easy, come on stage.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Tim. It's Islam, but thanks. Or my friends just call me Easy. You can call me that too. Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in on Twitch. My name is Islam, and I come from a business strategist background, right? And a few years ago, I helped a lot of small to medium businesses to grow and improve their operations. So one day, I was sitting in that Lebanese restaurant and eating really delicious shawarma like I did with some people here a couple of days ago. But all the people around me were working really hard. And so I sat down with the business owner, with the restaurant owner at one point, and asked him how he's doing. And he said, honestly, Izzy, I'm not doing fine. My business is making red numbers, and I think I have to close in a couple of months, and I just opened this year. So still, he ordered his cook to make some food for free for my girlfriend, so I can bring it for her to dinner to home. And I was thinking, like, why are you doing that for free? This is like maybe the first thing we should improve. But no, he was a great guy. So we were really good friends in that time too. So I really concerned about that, and I started to work with him. I noticed the delivery guys would wear Lieferando jackets. And I asked him how much the app charges for their service. And he said 15%. 15% of every meal that they send out. So he's making huge losses on that, but he needs to do that to compete. And he had no idea how he would do that himself, right? Also, he paid thousands of euros for a graphic designer who did a horrible job and didn't really give him any brand design. It felt like he worked for a bakery before and just gave him that design, and that was a Lebanese shawarma restaurant. So didn't really work well with that. And a friend of him was doing his social media who had no experience in that. And as we all know, social media became an important thing for businesses and corporations to grow and to sell, or to bring clients to your business. So when I was Googling him, there was a next problem. I think I went to the bottom of the first website to find this restaurant. That's not the case that you should have when you are when you Google a restaurant in your local area. Usually it pops up first. So SEO was a big problem there too. And all of this I couldn't do. The digitalization of his business, and I was really concerned about that because I thought like this could be the key to help his business. So this is why I'm really happy to present to you my website that I just designed, Medio. Boom. Yeah. So Medio is a web media agency website which I developed, which technically is a business consultancy that focuses on digitizing your business and getting you online. Medio sought to cooperate with the best professionals in their branch and helping enterprises to get the market advantage you deserve as a business. And here you can see like some theoretical numbers, how many more clients you would get, and yeah, how much more sales you would make, and how much less expenses you would do. Because imagine you would do your own delivery app, you would have your own restaurant website where people order tables and order your menus to their home and save 15%. Maybe you give your clients, your customers, 5% too. From that, say like, okay, you save 5% of the food. Everyone uses your app, and you save another 10%. Like everyone is happy. Win-win for everybody, right? And the third win for us because we are designing the app, hopefully. Yeah, visually presenting a restaurant can be very important. And if we go to the next section, we have our professional services here. For a restaurant, it is a major advantage to have their own website. Where the customers, like I said, order a table or order the food there. Visually presenting a restaurant can be very important too, because imagine you could already see where you will be and eat today or tonight, instead of just making the decision before you go and you're there, and maybe you don't enjoy it, but that is helping the customers to make the decisions before, right? So, and the next important thing, like I said, that guy who did his graphic design probably designed for a bakery before, so brand identity is very important too. Next thing we have is social media marketing. Because if your brother makes that, or your daughter, just because she's a lot on her phone, doesn't exactly mean that she knows what she can do for your business. Having professional, specialized people who will help you succeed on social media can boost your business up over 100%. And I have seen that a lot of times. And I'm happy that services like these and myself are more or less ready today to actually go in that direction and help these people digitizing in that matter. So, and then you have operation, optimization, digitization. Imagine we have that crazy situation this year. You know, hygiene became a really important thing. So why have like old classical cash registers where you would just pay in cash, and especially in a restaurant where people touch the money and everything, just have automatic cash registers, which you see already in like new modern Rewe supermarkets or shops like that. Yeah, SEO and advertising important too, to optimize search engine optimization, because everyone uses Google for Googling everything. So if your restaurant is not found on Google, people might not find you, but this is a huge opportunity, because that guy's restaurant was really in a place where you couldn't see it immediately, but he could be seen on Google if he just spent the money on that really fast, and he didn't have to move his business to the central station or something for that, right? So, yeah. Then in the next section we have some theoretical team members, yeah, and illustrations. This is just like to our expertise. We're communicating here that the professionalism behind Medio is they are not supposed just to work with inside people, with their employees, but for example, let's say you have a Lebanese shawarma restaurant, and we actually don't have any experts on that side, but someone else in the city might be an expert in Lebanese shawarma restaurant social media marketing. We would work with him to give you the best experience. Yeah. So in the next section, yeah, some other guys. I think we should really have Han Solo on our team, right? And yeah, in the next section we see some of the projects this agency already did. Yeah, these are two of my projects actually, and yeah. In the next section, I think, yeah, we have a guy holding a big letter. I'm not sure if the letter is big or if the guy is small. Yeah, of course, you need to contact the people to communicate with them and to so we can do business with that. Yeah, and if the people have some other questions, we have the FAQ section here. You can click that; it drops down to beautiful. I love the design. Yeah, I made it, and. Yeah, that's technically it. That's Medio. Yeah, and for me personally, that was really important, because coming from a business consultancy background, I was really sorry every time I would see businesses not succeeding, and I had like, I could do just so much, and everything would go around the topic of digitalization. I couldn't do, and I wouldn't have any clue of that. And I'm really happy that I did that 15 weeks here, and can do all of the stuff I can do today, because I feel like I can help my friends even, or people who are in need, to give them a new service. At that point, I actually think maybe I could do that in info product and help people founding web media agencies to help other people doing business, because this is a huge market gap too, right? I mean, if you just look up local stores online, I mean, in your area, you will see like a lot of people have bad web media presence, and so I think maybe you know some of the business owners, and maybe you would be happy to if someone would help them, actually, right? So there's a huge market gap. Maybe you think at that point making and founding a web media agency, right? Yeah, that was Medium. I like to thank all of my team, my instructor Chris, and WBS at that point, and really happy to be here. Yeah, thank you for listening.
Easy,
sorry.
stay with me.
There is something, right?
Easy, I'm so sorry. Islam.
No
Not
problem.
Islam. I'm so sorry.
See, like the religion.
I'm so sorry. Because I always used to call you Easy.
Yeah.
I should stick with it.
Right. Just stick with it.
Okay. But as a present, I brought one question and a comment.
Sweet.
What you want to hear first? Question or comment?
Let's start with the comment.
All right. Why doesn't this already exist? It's cool.
Okay.
That's the comment.
Yeah, it's kind of a question. Why doesn't that already exist? Actually, as a question. So yeah, it actually exists. We have a lot of media companies, graphic design companies, and a lot of people graduate in that field, and are design students exactly to do almost these things. But you don't find a lot of places where you have all at once where people care for your brand identity, for example. So you have like messed up, you go for that guy who says like I'm social media marketer, and then you go there to have your print design. It will be like some kind of messing around with your business, and you don't want to have that. And yeah, this is designed to help people more to find everything in one place. But it is already there. There should just be more of this. Yeah.
Awesome, great answer to a comment. And now the real question, can this be used for stores outside of just restaurants?
Yeah, of course. I just took the example of a restaurant because I thought like this is good to imagine, right? But think of a delivery system. No matter what local store you have, and you're selling a product, you don't just have to do it over the counter. Just ship it. It's easy, and we can design like. Everyone here can design systems like that in no time for you, yeah, and with low cost, yeah.
Great, perfect. Islam, thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Easy.
Thanks a lot.
Well deserved. Thank you. Thank you. All right. There was one famous singer, and she was singing, "Why do all the good things come to an end?" But we got one more project to show. Julia and Holden, please come on stage.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Hello, my name is Holden Madagami, and I am a junior web developer and a trained opera singer. I'm originally from Michigan, from the States.
Hi, I'm Julia, and I have a background in healthcare management. And yeah, we are really excited to introduce you today to our project Lola, which is a tandem language exchange app. And yeah, first of all, I would like to explain to you what is a tandem in general. So I'm sure you know these big bicycles, which are called tandem bikes, and they are built up for two people. So two people can go together, and a language tandem is it's not the same, of course, but it's similar. So it's two people spend time together, talking two languages, and yeah, that's it.
This is really useful because if any of you have learned a language before, you probably have taken lessons or learned from a book. And also from my experience teaching English, 100% of the time, my students say that they want to improve their speaking, and they don't know how to improve their speaking. And language tandems are incredibly effective at doing that and getting comfortable with speaking.
And normally what happens if we both have experience with the tandems, because we like languages a lot, and sometimes it happens people meet either online or in person, and often just go to a cafe and talk in these two languages. But it can happen that they run out of topics really soon, because maybe the only interest that they share is the language and nothing more. So actually what we try to build in our app or include is connecting people with each other who share the same interest. Yeah, and if you, if you imagine two people, or you meet your tandem partner in a cafe, and you spend a lot of time talking in these two languages, for example, you both like hiking, and you just talk about it and talk about it. Or imagine the other way, you actually go hiking with that person, and you have so much more to talk about: the nature around you, I don't know, the lake and the colors, and especially in the language, it's really interesting, and your brain probably most likely can remember all of that so much easier because you connect the experience and not just the cafe. So, yeah.
Check, check, is that right? And that's also related to how we came to the idea. So while we were doing the boot camp, we both realized that we love learning languages and sharing our cultures through our languages. And we realized that while we were coding together, we learned so much just by speaking with each other and doing things. We came on topics that we just wouldn't have if we were just sitting around chatting, which we also do.
and before we show you the app, the name is Lola. And just to explain you why we chose this name, it's actually because one of our focus is to meet in person, so location and language, of course. So it's like what was the word?
What?
Yeah, whatever. Location.
Local language?
Local.
Yeah, there we go.
A local language exchange tandem, exactly. So now we can actually walk you through as if a user was registering, or actually is.
So this is our page, and if you scroll down, you see a couple of cute people in a museum. And it says a little bit about Lola, but you can read that later when you register. So let's register. And our favorite user, Anna Berlin. And Anna's email address. And password and confirm password, all very normal, but it took a very long time. Login authentication is much more complicated than you might imagine. So we can register, and it'll probably, oh, it went right there, that's great. So we're on the home page, and now what do we want to do? We want to look at how pretty it is, and then probably find a tandem partner.
Yeah, and why don't we have a tandem partner yet? We are wondering, maybe it is because we haven't even filled in our profile, so we don't even know what kind of person we are looking for. So we need to click on the little person, the edit button, exactly, and fill in our profile first. Our birthday, yeah, the location is Berlin because we're living in Berlin at the moment. Female. And we are natively speaking German and learning English. We want to improve our English, her English. And yeah, the interests are Holden.
I think it was board games. Yeah, there we go. And cooking. And then whatever Liv wants to put in.
And sightseeing, of course.
Oh, yeah,
right?
sightseeing. That's right.
Exactly.
And then Anna will say something about herself. This could be really anything that a user wants to say, and motivation for learning the language, and what the ideal tandem is. So what do you want to do? What do you want it to look like? And then we can click on update and go back to profile. And we'll see Anna.
Great, and now let's check out if we got any matches. Cool.
It's me.
We got some. And Holden, this is amazing. He's a great tandem.
Shucks. So let's click on me. And we can look and read about me. But maybe Anna doesn't really like opera or vaporwave, and so she'll be like, this guy's kind of weird, let's go back to matches. And who else do we have? My friend Walter Fippany, who actually is a real person who registered because I gave him the link. So let's go to Walter.
He has a lot of interests. Yeah, actually that's interesting. Maybe we should send him a message. What do you think?
Yeah, let's send Walter a message. Hi. And then we send it. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, actually, now Anna decides to go on holiday to Hamburg. And we want to check, or she wants to check out in beforehand if there are also some people looking for a tandem, because then she could spend her time in Hamburg actually sightseeing, exploring the city with somebody from there. So we go back to our to our profile.
Yeah, we're there. We're there already.
Oh, yeah. And edit it. Exactly. And now we change the language, the location to Hamburg. And since Anna is also learning French, she started to learn French. In the meanwhile, we add this language and update the profile. And let's see if we find other persons living in Hamburg. Yeah, Maria, for example, or more. So if she would want, she could just send a message and plan something. So when she gets there, she already knows who to meet. But we can do, but we don't have to now. Yeah.
And so then let's go back up to the top. Let's go home. And since maybe Anna is at the library and she's using a library computer, then she will log out. And that's Lola. Thank you so much for your attention and for being here with us. Thank you so much, Chris. You really are our savior. And we couldn't have done it without you. And all of the other people in our batch, because we bothered everybody for help about our app. So thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Great. Julia, if you could hold in for a second, please. If you could join Holden for a second. Sure. Amazing. So I got a question. Can this also be used to make friends in new places?
Yeah.
I think it was answered.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the focus is on language, but you can absolutely make friends through this, and because we have the interests right there. If you want to find someone who likes board games, it's right there.
Perfect. Another question. Can this be used for groups?
That was actually one of our plans. Julia, do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, we have a lot of plans left, and we want to keep working on this for sure. And yeah, the idea would also be to actually create groups and events and meet with more people with these language profiles and then keep learning. So this is on the planning list.
Perfect. Thank you so much. It was really great. Thank you. Julia, thank you so much. Holden, thank you. Thank you. So I was saying it before, unfortunately, the good things, I mean in this case, the awesome things, come to an end. If you, all the people offline, especially on stream, if you would like to reach out to all these talented junior developers, please get in touch with us. We are really happy to share their profiles with you. To all the rest, all the people online and offline, see you back in 4 weeks. Thank you for being with us. Big applause.